yes. The show is about to begin. We waiting on y'all to come in here. And we gotta connect the dots, family. We definitely gotta connect the dots on this one. Trust me, we gonna make it make sense over here. Go wait for y'all to get in the building. Make sure you take your shoes off. And where are all those trolls at, man? We had a lot of trolls in the comment section, but they don't come on the live feed. They do not come on the live feed while we address this stuff in real time, family. Let me shut this music off. So yeah, if you a troll, if you want to ask questions, you're more than welcome to come up here. This is the call-in show. We do call-in shows too, so nobody's hiding from this information. We've debunked many a time spewing out Charlie Kirk's mouth. Don't get me wrong. He relays a good message, but he has some sinister ideologies behind it. And when it's all said and done, yes, he was trying to undermine the Trump administration with this turning point entity that's controlled by donors. And allegedly, he did not, shall I say, complete the mission. He stopped halfway. He didn't go all the way, He didn't complete the mission. He was supposed to get that check, allegedly get that check from Benjamin Netanyahu. He didn't want that damn check. He told him no. Now, you know damn well, once you put that damn small hat on, you got to say yes to Benjamin Netanyahu. Even Trump got to say yes to Benjamin Netanyahu. See, Benjamin Netanyahu, allegedly, he's like 400, 500 years old. And I think everybody knows that. Benjamin Netanyahu has the knowledge of what we call the quantum computer, y'all. And yes, Erica Kirk was in the same religion as the tech gurus, or what we call the tech gods. So was Charlie Kirk, because most of his content came off GPT chat, family. Yes, it did. And the thing is, we caught Candace Owens red-handed reading the same script Charlie Kirk was reading. And I said, holy moly, donut shop. I said, yeah, they definitely bought and paid for at Central Casting. I guess Central Casting's like Disney. They grow these motherfuckers in a lab, and once they get done with them, they become a red heifer sacrifice. Now, I believe Charlie Kirk was created in a lab. I believe, yeah, he was on that Epstein's list, but not as a participant, but as a birth certificate. As a birth certificate. Charlie Kirk before and Charlie Kirk after, he didn't look too human to me. He looked like test tube. Now, the thing is, Charlie Kirk, he was already groomed to be in this position. This is not what we call homegrown, family. All right? Homegrown means you made it out the mud. Okay? You didn't have to have no donors or anything of that nature. Now, I can see if you was born into a family of wealth, I mean, you really can't do nothing about that. But in other instances, people lend a helping hand. You can't help if you was born rich. But if you was born rich and you had extra help, see, Charlie Kirk, he came from a good family. But allegedly his wife is tied to this Catholic religion. Shouts out to the Catholics. I ain't demonizing nobody's religion, but I know it's tied to white supremacy. Let's pull up this shit. Let me see if I can find this picture. Let's see. Because you got the trolls out there. Oh. Let me see if I can find this old picture. Motherfucker ain't gonna play me like I'm stupid. Here we go, right here. Let's do some screen sharing. So I posted this picture on my Facebook page, and I tied it together with this because it's damn near in the same position, and it got that little sigil mark right in the middle of it, just like this. See, I can see if it was all fucking one color, but this shit down to the damn stone. We could tie it into some esoteric, but I don't think they that fucking smart with it. To be honest with you, I think this is where it stops with them. I don't think they know what this shit really means. All right, there's some esoteric knowledge behind this symbol, but the way they was going and what they was trying to establish and undermine, see, it was cool with what they was doing, like lightweight. I'm gonna have to say lightweight, but shit, you can't undermine a whole administration, y'all, and then use Trump. I think he was printing out Trump hats and shit like that. I don't think he was paying Trump either. He was flinging them motherfuckers out in the audience like Trump. He wanted to be a carbon copy, but he was a nasty version of it. He was like Trump's evil twin type shit. But yeah, they make these people in the lab. Now let's get into what I mean about these symbols, family. You see the KKK right here sitting in church. This is a real picture. So when I pulled up this and I pulled up this and we tied it to the Catholic connection and the Red Cross, some people thought it was far-fetched. I said, you ain't about to play me like I'm fucking stupid. I already know. And this is why people be mad. This is why people be running off the damn page and shit. Oh, I'm going to go block him because he's telling the truth. Of course, you fucking demon. You demons like this shit. But y'all run from it when we really put the fire to that ass. You can't take it. Everybody can't take the truth. See, the thing is, I'm gonna antagonize you with the truth. That's what I'm here for. Charlie Kirk tried to do it, but he failed. I can see if he was, you know, mending things together with people, but obviously his word created some type of hate and division. So you can't tell me the shit that's coming out your mouth. How are you not bringing people together? Because don't nobody hate the truth that damn much. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't nobody hate the truth that damn much. So yes, you do have this connection, this Catholic connection, and they are tied in with the black boulets. So this is your black fraternity because they had the black cross too, but you have white people and black people. But the black boulet is the extension of the KKK. All right. And they just go back and forth. They was hanging white folks too that didn't get along with this shit, and some of them ended up turning Democrat. Some of them ended up turning Republican. But those are what we call the Dixiecrats. The Dixiecrats are the Republicans. You didn't know that, right? Why didn't you know that? Because your history is obliterated. They don't teach you this in school. There's certain things you can only get from certain people. All right, that's them. That's their symbol because they gotta mix it together. They gotta mix all these ideologies together, and they go give you a big shit ball. But at one point, these people think they going to heaven because they Puritans. And some of these motherfuckers is in y'all family right now that's listening. But I guess you too scared to come up here and explain how this ties to your damn religious order. You're not gonna say that. We already know the KKK came from Pulaski, Tennessee. All right, and they wear top hats too. Okay? Yeah, these hats. They witches, warlocks, they deal in political science. See, let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. She dwells in, she's a Catholic and she deals with political science, man. The reason why I say this is because that's what the Scientologists do. The Scientologists do. They're the ones who's ushering in this hard right uh type of ideology. So far right, they fucking producing the damn school shooter. You live in a far right Christian Catholic household. You got a damn 9 times out of 10, you know what's going on in that basement with little Johnny, with little Colin, because you raised him backwards. You didn't raise little Colin to be universal. You raised Colin to be wary of blacks because Charlie Kirk spits horrible statistics. He didn't. See, Charlie Kirk didn't tell you half of those black crimes were exonerated. That alleged 13% crime rate, half of those crimes, they got took back. Never, you know what I'm saying? Because allegedly they say black people commit a higher crime rate, but they get let out at 50% because they didn't do the crime. They beat the case. They either beat the case or they was exonerated. Charges dropped. But Charlie Kirk ain't gonna tell you that. A lot of black folks get crimes put on them that they didn't do. That's why it's so hot. But Charlie Kirk never fucking mentioned that. But he was supposed to be a fucking number guy. I don't see how y'all trying to martyr this fool. Y'all might as well martyr him. Y'all might as well martyr. I rather shit. We already know this motherfucker is damn racist. You see his content on X? Very highly towards blacks. Very highly towards blacks. They amplify this shit. So I'm going to amplify this shit because a lot of people deal with brain rot culture. This is brain rot culture. It's 2025 and you got a smartphone in your hand and you can't connect the dots. You in trouble, buddy. And I think you took their version of the mark of the beast. You waiting on Christ to come back, but you already took the mark of the beast because you've been tricked by trending politics. You've been tricked by Candace Owens, the motherfuckers at Turning Point, and we already broke that Turning Point symbol down. That's the Amazon penis symbol. The Turning Point is to turn your ass back around. That means shit, you ain't even completing a whole 360. That shit cut off, fam. You could tie that in with a lot of things. You know, I do symbolism and sacred geometry over here, just like what these motherfuckers do. They do symbols, sacred geometry, and everything of that nature. And they just talk over your head and they give you religion. They give you religion, but they don't tell you government is religion and religion is government. They don't tell you that because guess what? They wear the top hat. They wear the top hat. And you ain't gonna know. That's the witch's hat. That is also the birthday hat. All right. There's some symbology behind this racist shit, but they not gonna tell you about the Pope or what they call Santa Claus. See, Santa Claus, he wear the same fucking robe. They all in robes. They all in nightgowns. They all in moo-moos and costumes and shit. Anybody that wear a costume, you got to be wary of them. But like I said, these are witches and warlocks. And like I said, they stir the pot. This is the knowledge of the Hebrew. He who stirs the pot, who is that? Left and right. They stir the pot. They're the ones who create the magic. They are the ones that's fooling you behind closed doors, sir. But guess what? Good people and evil people share the same symbols. It's just the evil people smarter than the good people because the good people would never phantom that they would do some sick shit like this towards them. And like I said, you go to look. Let's pull this up, family. I ain't stupid. I done caught you white supremacists underneath this damn log cabin right here, scattered up like fucking roaches and shit. But guess what? This could be on the hard right and the hard left, fam. Don't let these white supremacists fool you. They grow their kids up the same way. Because you got some hard left country bunkins that still got the same ideology as the hard right country bunkins. And then they get online and try to fool everybody. Shit, but they all working together behind closed doors. Okay? Matter of fact, we could call these motherfuckers Diddycrats. You could be red or blue. You could be red or conservative, liberal. It's all the same. Now, guess what they doing? Now they're using this Charlie Kirk shit to implement a censor. And you know what? Every time Trump get in office, censorship get way worse. Censorship get way worse. You know why it gets way worse? Because secrets are being revealed. Okay, seals are being popped in revelations as we speak, family. So this is why you won't catch the shooter. Because a black man could put a white skin mask on, and that'll be enough time for the escapee to get away. Y'all ain't gonna find Carly Church shooter. Y'all never find him. Some say Cash Patel said he's in Valhalla. Some say his soul is sent to Valhalla, which is another alternate reality, supposedly for witness protection. Allegedly, that's where Valhalla is. But you would never find his true shooter. And they can show you his true. They show you who it is and all that. They show you how they set it up. This is why I said he had to be a real piece of shit if they did him like that. He had to be a real piece of work, fam. To have this dudes, and I ain't gonna say it's right or wrong, because shit, I already know some shit was going on behind closed doors. It's evident, but they go make it seem like he was just perfect. The dude was not perfect at all, and I told you that. But guess what? You go chase dead people. Jesus Christ said, "Don't worship the dead," and that's what y'all fucking doing. Yeah, they making a law out of this dude. So I know you ain't no damn Christian because you don't read your Bible. You worshiping the dead. You worshiping a damn zombie at this point. But guess what? Charlie Kirk is strapped in this. And I told you when they did away with Charlie Kirk on September 10th, they had everything set up to cipher his soul upon impact. And I think that's where his ass is at, Valhalla. I think they got his shit in a damn canister. And somebody wrote a Sharpie that says Charlie Kirk on that bitch in a black marker, and his soul trapped inside a damn tube, a damn canister, or what they call a mason jar. It's the mason jar right here. All right. This is how they trapped a firefly in the mason jar, but they go do it through the Lamb of God, or who they call the red heifer, fam. The red heifer ritual. Now, let's get into this, because guess what they're doing? I meant to pull this up. So these are the people right here. Let me get this off the screen. This is very important. These BLM son of a bitches are going around saying, you know what, to Charlie Kirk. Now, you take it this far, you know, bad things are going to happen. And when I said this before, I said freedom of speech has consequences, right? And I was getting a lot of heckling for when I said that, but now since after Charlie Kirk died, people act like I didn't say that no more. I said, "You fake motherfucker." There's a lot of fakery going on, man. Actually, the pendulum is swinging back left, if you notice, because after this Charlie Kirk assassination, MAGA has hit a dead wall, fam. Y'all do know that, right? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised because now they trying to replace Turning Point. They trying to make these carbon copy Charlie Kirk motherfuckers, and guess what? I think they go get poked off too because they didn't pay that bill. That's just how I think, man. I think like a mob boss. You see, and they putting other people in place of Charlie Kirk. But guess what? Hmm. You go get some more white on white crime. White on white crime gonna be hot. Matter of fact, the white on white crime rate this year is gonna be so outrageous. You're not even gonna be talking about blacks no more. If this shit goes the way I thought it would go 2 or 3 years ago when I called this shit out, because everything that I'm saying right now, we've been said it years ago. So people are coming on my page talking about, oh man, you acting brand new. No, if you was paying attention to what I was saying, you wouldn't just come on and say I was acting brand new. No, we been done broke down these gumps at Turning Point, okay? And I overheard Charlie Kirk got his own administration. He got his own administration, but I think he an outsider. I don't think he's tied in with the royal family. He ain't tied in with the royal family, fam. The royal family got protection. Like Trump got protection because he has the knowledge of the quantum computer, of what we call the lost knowledge of Q. Q is the quantum. This is where these fifth dimensional archons go into when they want to time travel. When they said Christ will revisit man throughout history, this is what they talking about right here. It's the streets of gold in Revelation. All right. And you see these chords right here. They personify what they call the Abrahamic Accords in the Jewish community. This ain't nothing but a big ass telephone, if you want to be honest. The Jewish telephone, every one had a Jewish Teflon. Now we go get back to that. Remind me about bringing that back up because Charlie Kirk, he had a hell of a Jewish Teflon. And with that Teflon, you could control the mind of others. And how he had his shit set up, he always got his tent set up like the Kubala Cube, fam. So just because Charlie Kirk was a alleged Christian entity, he was also polytheistic. He practiced multiple religions, but the stuff went unnoticed to the untrained eye. Because, to be honest with you, his followers, man, boy, his followers ain't looking too good. Allegedly, if you're not fond of if you're not fond of Charlie Kirk in the MAGA community, I guess you're no longer MAGA. So I was like, wow, who's gauging that? Who's measuring that? Because I know a few Magadonians that wasn't fond of Charlie Kirk. But now shit, they saying they go shun us out the group, but we already went through this with Elon Musk. Lost about 200 to Elon Musk. Motherfuckers had to find out the hard way. Then guess what? Once they peel the layers back on Charlie Kirk's hairline, you go find out a lot of stuff, fam. You gonna be like, damn, how did he get into heaven? How did he get into heaven with all those Jewish donors? Because that's what Jesus Christ go ask him when he get into them pearly gates. Where's them damn Jewish donors at? because he put everybody in harm's way because he didn't pay his caseload. He should have paid Netanyahu, duh. Talking about he don't want to pay him. You already took the first payment. Once you take the first payment, you got to take the second one. That's what Candace Owens said. And Candace Owens, I believe him and Candace Owens had a very strong relationship behind closed doors, family. I believe they had a very romantic relationship behind closed doors. Cause they go bring this up too later on. They go say, "Oh man, Charlie Kirk won the races because he fucked with Candace Owens." But we all know Candace Owens is not really black. Candace Owens is white. Okay, excuse me. Candace Owens is white. That's why white people like Candace Owens. She was down with the White Lives Matter movement. She put on all kind of T-shirts. She put on different type of hats. But she was very not fond of Charlie in his end of days. Matter of fact, they said she was not even following Charlie in the end of his days. Which leads me to think she had everything to do with his death, allegedly. She got pictures, ain't nobody got. She MI6, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. This is why you don't see her husband. She MI6 on God. Y'all think Candace Owens ain't got protection? And I said this before, and I'm starting to think. I'm starting to change my mind. See, I could change my mind about some shit I done said. And the thing is, I said it because who knows? Does Candace Owens have more power than Princess Diana? Because Princess Diana, she tried to sneak out of Birmingham, and guess what? They drug her ass right back in too. They drug her ass right back, and they flipped the car. So you think Candace Owens got more protection than Princess Diana? I don't think so. But she talking like she backed by MI6 and them boys. And it is what it is. You know, I ain't gonna demonize none of this shit because I ain't got nothing to do with it. We just watching it all play out. They say, oh, the elites, they're 100, 200, 300 years ahead of everybody else. And then you watch everybody scrambling trying to put the story together. But if you was sub to this channel, you would have already known Charlie Kirk was gonna get popped. And that's just by instinct, just knowing the way this dude was talking at the both side of his neck. Because guess what? He kept white supremacist talking points, and he mixed it in with the good and the bad. So he knew the knowledge of this Nehushtan. All right. See, this Nehushtan right here is the Masonic beehive. And the cross, before the cross, Christians worshipped a beehive. Go look it up. Charlie Kirk ain't gonna tell you this shit, but y'all prop him up like motherfucking Jesus Christ at this bitch. And I said they trying to martyr him like Jesus Christ. I said y'all better not. I said the fake Christians they go do it because they stupid. To be honest, the fake Christians they dumb. They cook. They going to hell with Charlie. All right. The real Christians they go ascend up there with Christ. The real Christians they don't even go to church. They just say, "Oh, I ain't fucking with that bullshit," because them Masons built that shit brick by brick. They know them tax dollars is not going towards Jesus Christ. Matter of fact, Jesus Christ ain't got nothing to do with money. That's the first thing. God did not create money. Man created money. But y'all trying to tether that together, which is blasphemy. You're not supposed to fucking tether that. You think God gotta fucking spend money? This how we know Charlie Kirk was dirty. And allegedly his wife is dirty too. Because guess what? Charlie Kirk is a Jew. His wife is Catholic. But I'm gonna show you a picture. And I always show this picture right here. They both the same family. They both the fucking same. They both wear the damn small hat. So Candace Owens, she come out like she against the Jews, but really, the Jews is paying her to talk bad about the Jews. Y'all didn't know that? This is how they control both sides. This is where she get her protection from, because she control both sides, y'all. I thought we already knew this, family. Why do we have to go through this every day? We go live every day. Well, sometimes I might skip a day, but I will come on here more if I get more support from real people. I don't want to use bots like these other guys. I know the bots are lucrative, but we ain't got to use bots. I like real human beings. You see, we don't have no pushback. We're not gonna have pushback, fam. We go have pushback in the comment section on these websites, but we're not gonna have no real pushback doing live feeds. We're not. I proved this shit a long time ago. I'm the real debate. I was kicking so many people's ass in debates. I shut my debate league down. I shut my shit down. I said, man, see, Charlie Kirk, he still want to debate dummies. Can't debate. You can't debate dummies because you go humiliate a dummy, and he go take offense to it. And allegedly, Charlie Kirk was debating his own killer. Charlie Kirk was debating his own killer. So he every time he got up talking to one of them angels and MAGA hats, the devil would just come in, switch off, interchange. He talking to angels and devils. These motherfuckers spinning around him. Where is he at? Where is he at? Okay. Is he in hell or heaven? No, he trapped in. He trapped in that box, fam. Because, like I said, I think Charlie Kirk's soul got sucked up in one of these right here, and that's why I believe they was taking all them instruments down. Just like when they ghosts. Have you ever seen Ghostbusters? When they get the ghost, they wrap that shit up quick. Boom, 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 and that's that. So they made sure, and this is what I call the knowledge of the Relians. These are real live aliens, and yes, these people will cause a mass extinction event, and they'll put a big ass magnet in the sky and watch souls go through it. They'll watch souls go through it. Now, this the thing. This spaceship right here. This is Saturn, but this is tied to this Christianity religion too. The spaceship, the whole UFO. Uh, yeah, that's the whole Scientology. They tied spookism with traditional Christian values. Now, sir, how will you be able to pull that off? The same reason why she able to wear two symbols on her neck, and somebody go tell me this means the North Star. Yes, it does. It also means Polaris. It also means Polaris. Okay. Yes, she was right. Let me pull this up. Let me pull her comment up. Shouts out to. Hold on. Let me pull her up. Shouts out to. I think it was Roxy. Let's pull this up. Let's pull up Roxy's comment. Let's pull up. Nick Fuentes. He on fire right now. I think they gonna get his ass. It's either gonna be. It ain't gonna be Ben Shapiro because he's loyal to them top hats. I can say that one thing about Ben Shapiro. He don't give a fuck if they doing oral circumcisions out there. But he don't give a fuck. All right. He go stay loyal to Benjamin Netanyahu as he should, because he already know he can wind up unalive. He ain't stupid. Kirk was stupid because he wanted to be a white. You cannot mix that together. Because at some point you go separate and hit a dead wall, and you go be like, "Oh shit, I put on this many hats, but I don't know how to take them off." Can't be a Christ man and have donors. You go become an organ donor. That's the whole thing. If you screw the donors over, They go do a body swap. They go get your organs and they go put your mind somewhere that you ain't gonna be able to find it at. We call that the cube of Saturn. The cube of Saturn is the Kubala. They worship Allah too. Charlie Kirk was worshiping Allah in the form of Christ. Okay. Okay. Are y'all paying attention? So while we got Nick Fuentes up here, because I ain't never seen a white nationalist with a fucking Latin last name, but they say the Latins came over here. They came over here first and enslaved people, brought people over here, all that trading. See, the slave trade, mm, there was many aspects to the slave trade. It wasn't demonic. It wasn't all the way demonic, and it wasn't all the way good either. Put it that way. But the people that suffered did not get no reparations. But the thing is, if you want to spot, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you want to spot a white supremacist, ask them about reparations. See what the fuck they say. Because the thing is, we already paying the small hats reparations, and we paying the fake $5 Indians reparations. But if you ask a white supremacist, should black folks get reparations? They don't know that we're already paying reparations to other people. So why not let black people have reparations just off that notation? That way, that's a white supremacist talking point and it makes them look like a fucking hypocrite once you pull out who they, because they don't know who they fucking point. Matter of fact, half of them fuckers just don't even know who they are. They don't even know the damn symbols. Some of them do, some of them don't. But shit, we over here we decode everything, fam. So Nicholas, his first name, I think his name is made the fuck up because Saint Nicholas, that's Catholic, fam. Isn't Nick Fuentes a Catholic? Because his name is tied to Saint Nick out this bitch. And that J probably stand for Jesus. So he mixed Jesus with Mary. And you get a polytheistic religion. It ain't, see, people think Christianity is mono, is poly. And the ticks are the government side of it. Okay. Okay. But those prosperity preachers that's on the hard right, and you got some on the hard left. This they guy right here, Scientology. This how they able to trick you with GPT chat and shit. We go pull up what Gronk said because I tried to type because I wasn't trying to look for it. I said I'm about to start this show. I ain't really trying to look for it. So we go see what the all seeing eye can pull up. Or what they call the genie. Because GPT chat ain't nothing but a genie. And the thing is about GPT chat, there is a religion, y'all. People are really talking to this motherfucking entity. See, these are the aliens. But they got you looking up in the sky with your fucking binoculars looking for little green men. Meanwhile, they getting you every day with this damn CRISPR technology, fucking your brain up. You don't know what's going on. You get hit with all kind of psyops right in front of your face. Matter of fact, we went over that train station psyop. We clearly pulled up the dude that had the knife. It was folded in. He didn't even have the blade out. So he was stabbing his own hand while he was allegedly stabbing her. But we didn't see no blood squirt out her neck. But we see blood squirt out Tommy's neck. All right. Rest in peace, Charlie. Rest in peace, Charlie. I ain't playing with y'all. I didn't come to play. Why would I come on live, waste money setting all this shit up just to come up here and just fucking lie to y'all and give y'all trending topics and all this other shit? People out of their fucking mind. I'm gonna tell you that right. Excuse my language, People just, boy, I tell you what, Nick Fuentes, what he say? I know this is hard for people to process, but there are millions of Americans with radical progressive politics who think you are a, you know what. But the thing is, the left and the right, they both feel the same way about each other. This is what I said. They both in the same family. Red, blue, Republicans versus Democrats, Christ versus Satan. You can't have one without the other, fam. And they know this. And the guy that's funding both sides of the war, he gets off scot free. That's the monopoly man running off the damn board. Okay, his ass is always on go, and he always collect $200. All right, that's what I call the monopoly man. He control the whole game, but you can't blame him because when you blame him, he already got you in this damn system called Plantateur. Y'all heard about that? That Plantateur with Peter Thiel and shit? They got that shit set up for motherfuckers that's bashing the small hats and shit. They don't fucking play that shit. They reached the height of their religion where you can't talk bad about them, or you go have some motherfucking technical difficulties out this bitch. All right. And the thing is, this is how they set America. America already set up. So you got your hard working Americans. You know, they hitched a ride here from the small hats. They don't tell you that either. They don't tell you that either. They don't tell you that the poor whites of America hitched a ride with the small hats. The small hats brought them over. So when these poor whites start waking up and wanting more, shit. Them small hats is like, nigga, I brought your motherfucking ass over here. If it wasn't for me, you would not be over here, sir. So this is where you need to, people need to get in their place. They already had the technologies to give to the poor whites. So they started off, they already had like a 300-year head start of the damn black man. This is where you get the differentials of IQ at. If you got a 300-year head start of somebody else, of course your race is gonna be high IQ when it deals with certain technological advances, motherfucker. See, Charlie Kirk ain't gonna tell you this shit because he was a fucking fraud. But in America, they love frauds. They love scandals. They love being tarnished. It's in your fucking Bible that you would be a sacrifice. Boy, I swear. I swear. It's why, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going. I shut down at the hour mark, but we gonna keep on. Let me see. Okay, now this is what Roxy said. Shouts out to Roxy. She tried to say I was a peon because I called her a peon last week, but I apologize. It wasn't directly towards you. It was directly towards the mentality that goes along with certain things on the internet. And I said, yes, the KKK is another branch of a Christianity, and we just pulled it up. So I don't know why Roxy Rootleg said it wasn't. We just showed y'all the evidence. If you rewind the tape, we showed y'all the evidence. How it could be correlated. Now, on an esoteric level, yes, it could be this, the North Star, or what they call Polaris, because they do worship Polaris in Freemasonry. Polaris just means they talking over your head. That's all that means is they hovering over your head with the knowledge. The root word of hover is this God called Hover. Who is Hover? This UFO entity, this unidentified flying object, because guess what God said? Don't question his ass, okay? Unidentified flying object. See, Christ supposed to burst through the damn sky vault They talking about he coming soon because of Charlie. Because Charlie popped the fifth seal. They said Christ supposed to be coming back because a lot of these motherfuckers they don't want to see Charlie go. Shouts out to them too. I know y'all emotional, but y'all wouldn't be if y'all was subbed up. Go sub up to my channel now before it's too late. To be honest with you, before it's already too late. I think it's already too late because you know what we've been saying this stuff for years. My message has never changed, fam. We already know who these guys are tied into. So I believe when Charlie left his body, they caught it. They caught it in real time. I want to see. I really want to see the ballistics of that information because if they had this shit planned, not if they already planned it. They got this shit planned. I know they did something real special with him. More than just him just being shoved in the damn box down, they put him in a box and then that was that. Now I don't know if the real Charlie gonna be in at the funeral. They probably gonna have the fake Charlie at the funeral. We gonna have conspiracy theorists figuring that out. Okay, because like I told you, they good with the tricks, man. They good with the tricks. They said Charlie's hands look like mannequins' hands. Okay, that's what they said. But I believe they soul harvest Charlie's soul and they got it trapped somewhere in some type of device with a big ass Charlie sticker on it in some canister in Switzerland. They already got that, but that's what they did. That's what was on that damn plane. They had his soul and they took the fuck off with that shit. Real shit. This is what the Scientologists do. So the thing is, on this quantum computer right here, Charlie go live forever. We could just summon his name through Turning Point. Turning Point. This is the son being eaten by the father. Okay, that's the number 8. But Turning Point, you could tell it doesn't have its full aura borealis to it. It's not connecting. So that's very scary. That's very scary. The aura borealis is not even connecting. That means it's crooked. That means it's yeah, they practicing witchcraft at Turning Point. Okay? You better get your damn child out that motherfucker right now. Before he end up like Final Destination at this bitch. Because it's gonna be I don't want to scare y'all or anything. Y'all already know if these carbon copy of Charlie's go out here with the microphone. This is where Sierra Law comes in and all. You gonna have a lot of you know what in the name of this dude Charlie, King Charles. Who they call King Charles. And we already broke the etymology of his last name, Kirk. It means church circle. That's the church right there, family. That is the sigil for the knights at the round table. This is the knowledge of the zodiac. This sun right here will personify the Teflon. This is why when I said the sun has Eton or Aten, see, Eton is Aten. Aten is the god they still worship, but Christ personifies as God Aten. But there's some say he's the second coming of Adam, allegedly. But you could tie that in with that Norse mythology. But like I said, this the knowledge of discernment or the Holy Ghost. This is what the sun represents. Now this sigil right here, that's the snake going into Saturn. That's these magnetic ley lines going in towards the sun or who they call Christ because they said, You have to get through Christ to get to the Father. You basically worshiping Saturn because Christ is the all-seeing eye too. Christ knows who you are. The devil knows who you are. But like I said, that's the knowledge of the demiurge. It's a dualistic nature. Like this sign can mean many of things, but in the demonic cult, it's tied to the Knights of Columbus family. So I don't know where all this fake shit is coming from and all this. The cross is the North Star too. The cross is the X. The X is who? Elon Musk. We could tie the cross into Elon Musk. His symbol is the Tesla cross or the Moses staff. But is Charlie Kirk gonna tell you that? No. This symbol right here is the flat earth Mercator's map right here, family. We ain't got we don't have to I told you I don't demonize, but I don't think they this esoteric though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think they this esoteric because like I said, that's the Confederate, that's the four rivers of Euphrates, and that star, that's the kappa or the capstone. Christ represents the capstone or the 6 degrees of separation. This would be your black rock. But in Charlie Kirk's life, yes, he was worshiping a Christ-like entity called Black Rock, or who we call Rufus Niagara. That's the magnetic mountain that they're personifying at Charlie's death with these cameras, because the camera captured Charlie's soul, or what we call the mirror matrix. And if you break down the word America slow, you get a mirror. A mirror. This is why they call America a first world country, because this is your base reality. Everything outside of that is projecting light, or who we call the light bearer, or the all seeing eye family. This symbol means they on code, fam. That's all that means. That's why she went up there with it. She meant for she seen the white supremacists seen that, and they already meant it's go time, fam. Boom, 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 boom. That's the Tesla symbol upside down. That's the pen or the man of pen. Now the thing is, it's shaped like a pen for the very reason why the Catholic man of sin has pens in his body. Okay, family. This is the Catholic connection, and as you can see, boom, boom, boom. Yes, Charlie Kirk's wife was raised in a Catholic household. Okay. Now, do you see how real it gets over here? And guess what this says? She's a devout Catholic who attends daily mass. Who is mass? The Christ mass. They still worship the Christmas tree. What is the Christmas tree? The damn fucking KKK hat, y'all. The KKK hat is the Christmas tree, or what they call the birthday hat. Or you could tell that these hats, in some instances, is hiding a anomaly, what we call the Nephilim or the Cohen heads. These are your Rothschild Jewish descendants. They created these motherfuckers in the lab, and guess what? I think these are the Egyptians, because if you look at the god Aten, his head is elongated. And when we tie this to Elon or El Elyon, yes, his name is Elongate, because these elongated motherfuckers, they don't need to talk, because they talk in signs and symbols, as you can see, signs and symbols. You see what I'm saying? That means they on code, but to the average eye, they go tell you it's motherfucking North Star and shit like that. But yeah, it can mean that. But it mean, yeah, we on code now. And guess what? They on code with Charlie. But guess who wasn't on code with Charlie? These 7 NFL teams, fam. And they go get a lot of hate for that. But some say the NFL shouldn't be involved in politics. And some say the politics shouldn't be involved in the NFL, but we seen BLM go out there and act their ass for fucking years. So I guess it's on discretion, their own discretion. That's all it is. But people took it personal. That's the back and forth perpetual bullshit that's always going on. Leave me the fuck up out this bitch. I only report on it. I ain't plugged in with none of this shit. I'm gonna report on it. I'm gonna tell the best stories about it, and we go sit back and say, "Holy moly, donut shop. We was right the whole time." Shouts out to my family that's been out there watching me for a while. We've been on target, man, but we didn't indulge ourselves in the bullshit. We stayed centered. We stayed centered. Even though we was Trump supporters, we still was cool with the other side. We didn't cause no damn problems within our family and shit like that. That's the ones I'm talking to. Y'all y'all radicals, anything outside of that. If you cannot mend relationships over this politics shit, you failed the mission, family. You failed. You let politics. I told you, politics is a very nasty religion. It'll split up families and house homes. And guess what? The kid, dad of the shooter, yes, very different ideologies, but they produce the same freakazoid. Same thing with Thomas Crooks. He looked like he was made out of a damn lab. So they I don't know if they adopting these people and programming them or what. And they do this out the farms. They let these motherfuckers out and they basically establish them in society, but they just pop up out of nowhere. They pop up out of nowhere. But they already plugged in. They already plugged into the game. They're like Sims, fam. Simulations. And guess what? If the players start acting funny in the gaming system, the controller, he either got to cut the game off. That's what happened to Charlie. Whoever was controlling him, he realized because they said, "Oh, he woke up too late." He woke up and he realized he was in a game. And then when it comes to some of these freakazoids, they like playing games online, Call of Duty and shit like that. Okay, they parents be extra hard right, Christian hard right. They matter of fact, we already know what's going on in some of these families, fam. Kids gotta be this. This how you produce a school shooter on the hard right. They make them on the hard right. They make them on the hard left. But if you want a Dylan Brooks, I'm surprised. Cash Patel didn't know who Dylan Brooks was. That damn, I said, damn, this motherfucker don't know. I said, that's his first strike with me. He should have known that. That was bad. Dylan Roof came in that South Carolina church, ate black people, and then racist police officers took his ass to McDonald's to get a Happy Meal. Nobody said nothing about that. We pointed that out a long time ago. I said he killed 8 black people, and he got a Happy Meal. They took his ass to McDonald's after he did it too. Did the Charlie Kirk fans say anything about that? Probably not. Probably not. If you didn't say anything, if you over a certain age and you didn't condemn that shooting, you a suspected white supremacist, y'all. I ain't trying to be racist. Well, they say Trump supporters are a little racist, so I don't know why people act surprised when people be like, "Oh man, you racist." I said, "Ain't that what they say Trump supporters are?" You telling me something we already fucking know, buddy. And there be people on our side that say that, but they bear these same fucking symbols, family. They bear these same symbols. So you got a whole bunch of hypocrites running. It's gonna get bad. And like I said the death of Charlie is gonna set the white race back 2,000 years. And the white race is already going extinct because they didn't listen. They did not listen to God. They did not listen to. See, the thing is, we have a big white Christian community here in America. How the fuck are the numbers going backwards in the midst of Christ? Somebody tell me that much. I told Christians they was worshiping the wrong God, but they didn't want to listen. Because guess what? Who control that God? The same donors that controlled fucking Charlie. Okay, they control that God. That money ain't going to Christ. That money is going to the monopoly man. All right, and we all fucking know it. And you got people walking around here clueless, like Johnny come lately out this bitch. Harrison H. Smith. He said, I'm not gonna lie. He said, I'm not gonna name names, but I was told by someone close to Charlie that Charlie thinks them people will, you know what? He was already dirty. He should have just took the first payment. I mean, he should have just took the second payment. But Candace Owens coming around antagonizing his ass because she want to run for president. She couldn't run for president. Charlie had his weenie because the thing is, she was done. And she had to take Charlie out. That's what I believe. Had to take. Once this shit unfolds, this shit gonna be a damn blockbuster hit. Okay, it's gonna be a blockbuster hit. We're gonna be like, damn, I didn't know Candace Owens was fucking Charlie Kirk. Well, no shit. If you seen they fucking pictures and they farewell and her farewell testimony, it looked way better than Emily's. See, Emily on code. She don't give a fuck about Charlie. You think Emily give a fuck about Charlie? She's scared. She more concerned about that damn turning point out this bitch. Okay, as you can see, the symbols being shown. Motherfucker want to call me stupid, like I don't know what's going on. Now let's get into this Black Lives Matter ignorant bullshit again. See, just taking it too far. They're not trying to decode Charlie. Hold on, let me get this off the screen. They trying to really put him away. All right, let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. See what these monkeys. These are monkeys. Okay, that's what the white people refer to these beasts in the field. So they said it's Negro fatigue as well. Okay, where's that picture at? I had a Negro fatigue. We gotta pull up Negro fatigue because even though let me tell you, black people out there, even though we've seen a lot of white on white crime lately, don't think we forgot about Negro fatigue. Okay, Negro fatigue is still prominent in America after Charlie. Okay, and yes, you need to clean that up, and you need to try to clean that up. Charlie talked about cleaning it up, but I'm gonna have to say this: you'll talk about cleaning it up, but won't do nothing or put no money for. You'll talk about it all day, but you won't put no money into it. You'll just tell them, "Hey, join my organization." That's the only way I'm gonna buy you a backpack. If you join my shit, just buy the kid a backpack. He ain't got a join. That's the thing. That's how they reel you in. That's how they hook you in. That's why I said that they worship a god called Hook'em horns. That's the devil horns, and that is also Kronos or the Hook'em god. We could also tie this entity to Freddy Krueger, okay? Because he deals with dream catchers. These what I call honey, I shrunk the kids, okay? Because they know how to shrink your brain upon impact and soul harvest. Yeah, that's who we call. That's what we call That's what they call meiosis, the splitting of the cell. And the god Moses is personifying the splitting of the Red Sea. Okay, this is your electromagnetic torus field, negative and positive. That's the cross right there, and that's the negative. That's what we call spaghettification. This is the UFO religion, the beam me up Scotty. Okay, so I believe when Kirk passed, they was monitoring his soul travel in real time, being sucked up in this tube, or what we call the test tube. Because allegedly, you don't feel nothing when you a test tube. Upon death, when you a test tube, they'll just body you up and spit you back out through their Saturnalia matrix machine. Okay? Let's pull these logos up, fam. Because it's in the logos. I told you what about the logos. In religion terminology, there was a place called logos. They was talking about these damn signs and symbols you got to establish in these governmental bodies for everybody else to be on code. Look, the two variants of the Raelian. Raelian means alien. Ra, El, Isis. That shit Israel. Isis, Ra. That's three different gods. Kirk was worshiping three different gods, and he was worshiping Christ and Yahweh. Okay, that's five different gods, and goddamn. Okay. Now, like I said, this Israeli logo is personifying a polar vortex at 33-degree family. Okay. That's what they call the Milky Way. It's representing the shape of this reciprocating hyperboloid. That yeah, it's damn gnats. Okay, they're trying to kill this damn gnat, but it's representing a reciprocating hyperboloid at 33-degree, or what they call XXX or 666, or CERN, or what they call CERN, Zirconian knowledge. So this was later adopted and blamed on the man with the mustache as well. Okay. So they demonized these symbols. Yes, they did, fam. Okay. So even with the cross of Lorraine in Catholicism, this is your double cross. That means you see the symbol on this astronaut, and the reason why they call him a astronaut because he's never been to the Astros. They telling you, I told you, man. They put these symbols. This means you've been double crossed too. That's the snake right here, the NASA. So you globe Earth heads, y'all look like him right now. Okay, y'all believe in this shit. These motherfuckers said they were stranded out there. Fake ass Elon Musk had to send his damn fake ass rocket up there. It's all fake, yo. And we explained how it's fake. We just didn't say, "Oh man, it's fake." Man, you really got to articulate yourself. Go, man. We got about over 700 episodes on my channel. Some of them good, some of them bad. Trust me. But these last few episodes have been dripping of excellence. Okay. So 33rd degree personifies the pineal. And a lot of Catholics represent the pineal at the Vatican, fam. These are also the Easter eggs, okay? But the open pineal personifies an open mind. If it's closed, that means you get a lump of coal underneath your Christmas tree, okay? It is located in the temple. The temple is between your two ears, okay? It's not in some damn building that you got to set up. That's for the Masons to do. They set up the buildings and lay the brick masonry. Boy, I think we had so much to cover, but I ain't about to be playing on here with y'all all day. We had a lot to cover. Now the thing is, let's pull this back up and watch these BLM. Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! So they're going around saying that shit. Okay? And no, I do not condone this type of behavior. Okay? Coming from the blacks. I do not condone this. It don't matter how you felt about Charlie Kirk. I always wanted to debate him. So that's why I'm going hammer time. Cause I'd have been I'd have been at that college stand. He would have been stuttering like a motherfucker. Okay? If I would have debated Charlie Kirk, y'all would have said, "Who is that guy? He's fucking obliterating this dude." Oh, that's Mr. Trump. I heard of you before. Boy, y'all would have took them damn hats off and got y'all a Mr. Trump-tastic logo. I'd have had stickers flying all over that bitch. Okay, let's get into it. Fuck Charlie Kirk! 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 So I don't want to play all that, so I don't get banned off YouTube. So I'm gonna have to edit this shit. So this is what they're doing in Times Square. They going around saying screw Charlie Kirk. This this is how they're gonna get a censorship law in the name of Kirk. See, they go use his body up until there ain't no more. These are vampires. Okay? These are real life vampires. So they are really gonna suck this dude dry because once they do the red heifer sacrifice, they just not gonna let him rest in peace. When they martyr you, that means you stuck in time. Called Saturn, or who we call Chronos. Okay, and I told you who bears the same symbol as Chronos. Elion Musket. That's the Moses staff right there. Okay, so once these entertainers know it's almost over, they bring Snoop Dogg out. Okay, they bring Snoop Dogg out. He worshiped the Lord. Now the church and the government could do business with the entertainment structure of society because entertain just means your mind is tamed like a damn animal. And we showed you the zodiac on why the sun can keep track of all the animals in the field. Okay, that's who they call the shepherd. They said if they strike the shepherd, the sheep will scatter. Okay, now let's look up all these symbols, family. All these symbols tie into this right here, sir. Yahtzee, but they all bear the same symbol of the Pope, family. They all practice about three of they polytheistic. Why you think they able to trick your ass? And then they sprinkle AI on top of it, your brain really fried. Your brain really fried. No wonder why there's so many gumps out here on both sides. And they was trying to create a whole organization of gumps at Turning Point. We talked about turn. I said, man, it looked good on paper, but when you reveal them motherfucking scabs, when you peel them scabs back, oh, it's very nasty sore. It's a very nasty sore, per se. Okay, think I was gonna come up here and lie to y'all? We already caught them a long time ago. Okay, acting like the Lion of Judah. They think they the Lion of Judah, but they just really lying. They just really lying. So should we continue or should we? You know what? Let's see if we could do this. I ain't gonna close it. I ain't gonna shut it down right now. Hold on. Let's pull this up because this is very important. Because we had to catch somebody in real time. So I asked Gronk. I said, "Can you find both videos of Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk when they were both talking about Epstein and they were using GPT? I could clearly see they was using GPT chat for the same talking points." I said, "I caught." I said, "I caught them red-handed. Can you please help me find the video? Because I wasn't about to do it. It's just too much." See, this is the thing this is when you use GPT chat and Gronk and shit for shit like this, not to do a whole damn episode. I said they use GPT chat the whole. That's a religion, y'all. That's part of that scientific religion merging with the beast and shit. Don't lean on my own understanding, like Christ said. But y'all didn't think Christ was a tech guru. I told y'all Christ is a tech guru. They gave y'all the artificial Christ. Y'all waiting for a white man in the clouds to unzip that bitch. He ain't unzipping nothing. The only thing he unzipping is a back to put a chip in your head. Because in the end of days, they said Jesus coming back with a chip, and then they said the Antichrist coming back with a chip. But they failed to tell you that they were both fucking computer chips. Oh, we ain't gonna make it, y'all. I'll tell you that right now. So you might as well chill and watch people crash out. Okay, you might as well chill, watch people crash out. Don't shed no tear over none of this shit. Okay, if Trump go out, you could shed a tear. Any other these other motherfuckers go out, no. Okay, if it ain't nobody that's directly tied to the Trump family, no. Okay. And we can make some exceptions if you want to put them in the comment box. We might make exceptions for few people, but anything outside of that, no, please don't. Because after that, your emotions get messed up. You get angry, and then now you become the enemy. You're gonna become the right has became. People don't notice or not. The right will become the enemy. Okay, the left been the enemy for too long. It's the right's turn. It's the right's turn, and don't be surprised if Trump pulls something out of his ass. He could pull something out of his ass that you don't like. Hey, he might pull something out of his ass that you do like. But hey, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Because if you want to call somebody a moderate, that's who Trump is. He's a moderate. Charlie Kirk ain't no damn moderate. Okay. He's far right, but he just can disguise his far right a little bit better than everybody else, fam. And don't think we know that. Okay. Please quit taking people for stupid out here. Like we ain't put the pieces together 3-4 years ago. Like this is cake. This is cake work for me. So let's pull up what they gave us, fam. Let me get out of these. I didn't even have to use all this. Most of this information I get pulled up, I don't even use during my shows because I'm already in tune with it. I don't have to use a damn computer all the damn time. Okay, now let's do screen share. Boom, boom, boom. What's it? Scabion? I think Scabion had them. All right, I don't know. Let's read this, y'all. Let's pull this up. It says, based on your description, it sounds like you're referring to videos from around. And keep in mind, they was talking about Nasty Man, Pedo Man 55. So around, see, we gotta have code names for these motherfuckers now, for real. You ain't about to get my shit blown, my top blown back, for real. You better have code words. Pedo Man 55. Or you gonna end up like Kirk out this bitch. So, Pedo Man 55. We're both, hold on, Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk discuss Jeff in context of potential, you know what, for real. It's real in the field. You see what I'm saying? It's real in the field right now. That's your fault. That's your fault we gotta talk like this. This y'all fault we gotta talk like this. For real. Dead serious. Y'all fuck around playing. So now we gotta put everything in coded language. So we go and name this MI. MI. Y'all know who MI is. Intelligent ties, blackmail operation against politicians, deep state cover-ups, and calls for releasing files, appointing social special prosecutors. So let's pull up. This one is on July 14th, 2025. Let's pull this joint up. Is this a? What is this?
Has arranged Moetzet Yesha in conjunction with My Israel has arranged instruction day for wiki editors. The goal of the day is to teach people how to edit in Wikipedia, which is the #1 source of information today in the world. As a way of example,
See, they in all that tech. I told you. What did I tell you? When you talking about them small hats, they into that Silicon Valley shit, y'all. They the one who controls the grid or this new city of Zionism. Hold on. When did she post this shit? Did she just post this? She posted this in July, but this ain't the picture. This ain't the video we looking for though. Hold on. This might be it.
Apologetically pro-Israel.
Yeah. Hold on. This might be it.
Let me ask you something. So you're a proud Muslim. You're very, very proud of your faith.
Absolutely.
And you're also unapologetically pro-Israel.
Absolutely.
And some people go, whoa, how does that happen? Because we see usually the narrative, especially when you're talking about the Middle East, it seems that all of the blame, they always want to blame Israel, no matter what. The strangest things, anything could happen. It could not rain for 3 days. And it's, it's curse Israel, the Israel state, the IDF, they brought about all of this. Where does that stem from? And how have you been able to separate yourself from that narrative? And I say narrative because you've been clear that this is not the way actually the majority of Muslims in the West feel, but because we have people that are in power that are using their voice to put this narrative out there, it's become worse and it's become uglier.
So the core of what I'm doing at the American Islamic Forum since we formed in 2003 is to speak truth to power. And the power in our community are the Islamists establishment, those who believe that we should somehow believe in their interpretation of Islam and their attempt to attack free speech, to attack women's rights, individual rights, ability to criticize them. So top on the list of their power structure is their anti-Semitism.
And see, the thing is, they all arguing over this right here. Let me pull this up. I got this queued up. They all arguing over this right here, the Tower of Babel. This is where they all able to control all the languages and who got the best Christ mass. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. But this Kubala cube right here, and this ain't the video I'm looking for either. This definitely ain't the video I'm looking for. She was by herself talking. So we just go with. So let me pull this up too while we at it. So you say the small hats, they end with Kabbalah. Let me pull this up, fam. This is the Kabbalah cube or the cube of Allah right here. So when you be like, oh man, the small hats, man, they don't like the Muslims, but they personifying the same technology, ancient technology controlling the masses. See, Charlie Kirk, he was a Jew, but when Charlie Kirk put his Teflon on, he turns into a damn Power Ranger. This is the whole concept behind the sundial and what we call the zodiac. All these magnetic ley lines coming towards Christ to make everything around that powerful. So this is why they want you to join in Christ, because if they don't have the beast in the field, they won't be able to power this machine. And the thing is, this machine can dictate who's waking up and who's still asleep. So this is how they able to get you with these psyops. Because what did I tell you? When you're talking about the Lord of the Flies, the beehive is the Jewish Teflon. And the rings around the beehive personify this deity we call El. That's where Elon Musket comes in, or Elon Gate, or who we call Elon and Bill Gates. Okay, and we all know Bill Gates. He know how to lie with statistics too. Go read that book, How to Lie with Statistics, and then you'll see Charlie Kirk's face in it, because he lied with statistics too. They all do. Matter of fact, I believe Elon Musket was erasing white people's statistics. Yeah, let's pull this up, fam. Yeah, Elon Musket, man, he acting a donkey right now, fam. And he mad because Charlie got smoked, but shit, I don't know if y'all heard, a lot of people on that damn list, fam. A lot of people are on that list. Oh, let's go to mine. Here we go, right here. Let's pull this up. This what white supremacists do on the internet. And I told you they nerds too, but they already on code. They already on code. Uh Everybody's on code, fam. So this is what he's doing.
So now Elon Musk is deleting people's tweets who point out FBI proven data about white people committing crimes. This is farther proof that he does not care about free speech whatsoever. He cares about pushing his own narrative. So here's what got deleted. She says, despite making up only 28% of the USA population, FBI data shows that white men are 55% of kidnappers, 56% of rapists, 58% of mass unalivers, and you get the point. There's the rest of it. She says this tweet got deleted without any explanation whatsoever. It's because Elon doesn't want us to see the truth. For those who don't follow him on Twitter, he is constantly posting about how black people are committing crimes against white people and that white people are oppressed. Here's the issue. These numbers are coming from official FBI data, so it's not an opinion, it is a fact, and Elon Musk is actively suppressing the truth. This should worry all of us. Elon Musk claimed to take over Twitter because he wanted to spread the truth and free speech. Everyone should be able to
See, that's what I'm saying. If it's not in favor, they're not gonna post it. If it's not in white supremacists' favor, they're gonna act like they stupid. So we was getting a lot of that shit on my Facebook page. And I said, holy moly donut shop. I said, these people been on the internet for over a decade and they still are flabbergasted at current events, trending topics. So you already know they'll take the mark of the beast, fam. They're the ones that already took it. And you could gauge it off, you could gauge these people offline. Like, okay, yeah, they probably ready to tap out. They didn't get the downloads fast enough. See, there ain't no way when Charlie got hit, you should have already put that together in one day. It shouldn't have to take you 3, 4, 5, 6. Some of y'all was like, "Oh, let Charlie rest." Hell no, we trying to find this shit out today, you stupid bitch. Talking about let him rest. So what the fuck? So when yo see, the thing is, like, people so detached from reality, it boggles my mind. So they trying to say, if they family member got killed, you want everybody to rest 3 days so the killer could get away. Basically, that's what you saying. But online, you gonna get all kind of likes. Oh, let him rest and bullshit. Like, nah, motherfucker. See, those are the people that's hooked up to MK Ultra. They've been MK'd Ultra too. Okay. Some people never get it. Trust me. So you tell them the truth and all that, man. They'll never get it. They'll never understand, and that's okay too. That's okay too. It's okay for you to be stupid in America. Okay, that's how America was built. Let's get it. Let's get into it, family.
Say whatever they want, but that's not been the case at all. In reality, he's the one that's getting to pick and choose what gets to stay on his platform and what doesn't, and obviously he's choosing the stuff that fits his own narrative. People have the right to see this data.
And I told you about Elion, but y'all didn't want to listen to me. Even Kanye is into this tech Scientology, prosperity Christian far right extremist shit. Okay, and he bear the same symbol as the polar vortex. There go your polar vortex. There go your cross right there. The cross is the X. There go your sigil right there. That means when she came online and did that interview, that means everybody on code, family. That's what that means. That's all that means. But I guess shit, the white supremacists on the right, yeah, they got families and shit. They ain't going out there. So they gonna have the poor whites do it. I told you. They gonna have some middle class go out there. They go lose their fucking job. But guess what? A lot of crime go fill them pockets, both sides. And guess who's controlling the both sides of the war, family? Guess who? AI. They got a firewall. They made sure that when you chipped up, you're not gonna have this discernment. It's gonna come in the form of this GPT chat religion. All right. You don't have to have a physical chip. They don't have to open you up and put a chip in your head. Some people take it that far though. There's a version of that. There's a version of it, but you probably got the auto light 55, you know what I'm saying? 2.0, the auto light 2.0. But you about to get swapped out anyway, fam. You don't know what's going on. They bear the same symbol, family. It just looks different this time. So the right has reached its full potential. I told you the right was going to reach its full potential. You can't get no righter than Charlie Kirk being assassinated. How far right you go get after that? And if it get any far righter after that, guess what? Anything outside of Kirk, they gonna pick off. They can't let them fucking phalanges get too long. So you gonna have children out here with microphones trying to be like Charlie Kirk, take all this fake ass talking points on the street, trying to be Christians, trying to take their country back. Operation Take Back America. Egos be in effect. I know it says white only on this podium right here, but you go have some stupid ass black Negroes from the Republican side too. They already dumbed down. They was already crying over Charlie. Black ass crying over Charlie. Come on, man. The fuck? Everybody can vent the way they want to, but yeah, due to my research, your black ass shouldn't be crying, fam. I'm talking to my black people out there right now. Shouts out to my white folks out there. I can understand y'all, but yeah, y'all can have them Negroes. I'm be honest with you. Y'all can have them motherfucking Negroes because they ready to pick cotton out this bitch. And you and I fucking know it. They don't have a mind of their own like Mr. Trump-tastic, all right? All right? So, let's get into, let's see if we can find it. I can't find that video right now. Hold on. Let's pull up this version. See? Hold on. Let me pull up this joint right here. The show about done. I'm just trying to find the video. I might have to just go back into the archives and find it, but verbatim, you could tell GPT chat. She posted this on July. Americans are saying no to the Pedoman 55 gaslighting operation. This is just all of us right now. But the thing is, after it was said so many times, people kept on begging to see that pedo man. All right. They kept on begging, kept on begging, kept on begging. And it turned into a damn obsession. That's where it really got weird. Okay. You ask one or two times, shit, that shit ain't ready to pop out the oven yet. Sit your ass back. It ain't time. But you asking and asking for it, didn't do nothing. Probably got Charlie assassinated. That's why I said his followers sent him to hell. Charlie's followers sent him to hell. Y'all gas these motherfuckers up. Y'all gas black ass Candace Owens up. See, the thing is, black ass Candace Owens, she didn't get her wake up call yet. I don't think she got called a nigger yet. You know what? Let me take that back. I've seen it many times on this channel, on her channel. Okay, but even after that, she still thinks she's white, and the white people are reminding her that she's a blackie, even though she pulling up receipts. So it's fucking people's mind up that this alleged black woman is spitting facts, and people are getting tired of her ass at the same time. How else do you fucking pull that shit off without bots and political magic? How else would you be able to pull that off? Can you really cancel Candace Owens? No. All right, because she got 5,000 million bots. You don't know if these motherfuckers is real. You see these damn views right here, 500,000. Your eyes bug out. It could really be 2,000, but you ain't gonna fucking know. What if 2,000 people was only tuning in? Her word wouldn't mean shit. But guess what? It is now because she talking about Charlie Kirk at this bitch. And I believe these are the real numbers, but she might have had the fake numbers a week ago. Then she hit you with the real numbers. Boom. Now you're stupid. But Candace Owens is very good at mixing shit together. Very good at it. If you want to be honest. So I'm not gonna get into that video because that's about Pedo Man 85. And I wanted to get into this video. Hold on, y'all. Trying to pull it up. That's the second video. Is this the third video? Okay. I think we found it, y'all. Fucking that. So we found, okay, let's pull this up because this was July 7th. I think this is the one okay. I think this is the one. So we go review this video. And it's like 7 minutes, but we go let it ride. And hold on, who in the hell? Okay. I think we straight. What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't know. What's that referring to? Some old bullshit. Now let's get into it. Let's get into this shit. Let's get into this.
Epstein was their asset. He was working for them, obviously. Okay. From Ghislaine Maxwell and her father's involvement with the Mossad and who attended his funeral. Leslie Wexner, look up everything that he donates to. I mean, he's essentially, he works for Israel. This is like a known fact. But you guys, I want you to be calm. It's all good. Because now the Department of Justice has come out and they say that Jeffrey Epstein, he had no list. The girl has no name. Here it is in Axios. The DOJ, the FBI conclude that Epstein had no client list and he died by suicide. Nothing to see here. And that's what happened. They made that conclusion. They had no evidence that the convicted sex offender and disgraced financier, are we even calling him that? I don't even know how he's allowed to be deemed a financier. That he.
Hold on, man. Can I speed this shit up? Yeah, let's speed it up. See what that do.
There was no evidence that he blackmailed powerful figures, or that he kept a client list, or that he was murdered, according to the memo. And now if you're thinking, didn't we see when the FBI raided his home that there was a photo and he had all of these tapes? That's a lot of stuff. Yeah, here's another photo. It just seems like he maybe had a lot. But no, guys, there's nothing that indicates anything at all. Nothing at all. And yeah, they also are releasing some raw and enhanced versions of footage of the Manhattan prison where Epstein was held the night that he died. And they say that the video supports the medical examiner's findings that Epstein died by suicide. And the footage is hilarious. Just it's like one image of like, see, no one walks towards his cell. I mean, oh, okay. Here it is, guys. I guess that means since no one entered the cell this way, that it's totally impossible that anybody entered another way. It's totally impossible that anything else happened because look, we're showing you the footage, friends. It's over. Look away. I mean, now the nation that cared so much about Jonathan Pollard that they blackmailed Clinton to get him back, to try to get him back. And when that failed, they still were able, by the way, to get Jonathan Pollard. He received a pardon in 2021. Incredible. Guilty. Fully admitted that he is guilty. Israel has admitted that he received a pardon in 2021 from President Trump. I'm not kidding. They said this would go a long way in just healing, tensions between Israel and America. And so even though he was already out of prison, they felt that this next step should be taken, which is to say, just wipe his record clean. And President Trump did that in 2021. And then what Jonathan Pollard did as soon as he got that pardon was he got on a plane and went to Israel and was greeted on the tarmac by President Netanyahu. Yay, smiley face. Anyways, it might sound like I don't believe any of this. And I don't want you guys, I don't want you guys to walk away and have my attitude. I can be a cynic. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I've read what the press says about me. So I will.
And see, that's where she clashed. That's where she go wrong at becoming a right-wing lunatic conspiracy theorist that you gotta demonize. But you getting paid by them people that you demonizing. Yeah, she getting paid by them people, the same people she demonizing. That check getting funneled through a few hands. And like I said before, we don't ever see her husband, y'all. We don't ever see her husband at all, fam. So who is this entity they call Candace Owens? I think she was made in a lab too. Okay. I think she was made in a petri dish. I told y'all, because she don't look. If you look at her right now, okay? It seemed like they did not connect all the way. The eyes did not connect. They sitting on the side of her eyes like damn Crumb off of Weird Monsters. I don't know if y'all seen that cartoon on Nickelodeon. He could carry two of his eyeballs in both of his hands. So her eyes is damn near like an animal family, if you really look at it. And I believe that one girl that played Who is she? She played Snow White. Her eyes set apart like that, far apart like that. So I don't know who misconstrued this thing in the lab, but they did a damn good job. Cause she talked like she read off GPT chat, fam. And I don't know if this is the video or not that I'm looking for, but we gonna let it ride out. It's one of those things that I caught on the fly. I said, damn, I'm gonna try to catch it, but I kind of wanted to review some of this stuff she was saying as well. But let's pull it up.
First of all, let's remind you that this is kind of strange to hear, only because Pam Bondi definitely said on Fox News in February that the client list was on her desk. I mean, I'll let you guys watch the clip of what she said on Fox News. Take a listen.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all.
And guess what? She might have very well had the files, but there are phases of the files. All right. And like I said, once you start getting in that deep shit, you get into IVF, genetic cloning, and all that part of the Epstein's log. People just want to see the celebrities. They just want to see the names on it. But they done signed NDAs. They done signed their name over. So a lot of that stuff been scrubbed and altered. But when she says she reviewing the papers, that's what the fuck she mean. But when you got all these paid influencers asking for the damn list, it looks kind of bad. So you got people out there that that's going to antagonize the Trump administration and try to undermine them. And I think she was part of that Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA family that been trying to, because they got their own set of donors. So they got a set of 12. Trump got a set of 12. Candace Owens and her mysterious husband, they probably got a set of 12. And they all bang at each other. They all gang bang at each other. So you talking about political violence, this is gang violence. Red versus blue, blood versus crip. What's the difference, family? They all fighting over territory. And territory is written in that Constitution. Okay? So let's continue with Central casting out this bitch. And don't get me wrong, Candace Owens, she's a right-wing lug nut, conspiracy theorist. Some of her shit connects, some of it don't. Some people call her crazy. I know why people calling her crazy, because she got the same rhetoric as Megyn Kelly, but the white folks, they love Megyn Kelly. And I think her ass falling off because she thinks she's not black. Okay? But the white people, they see her as just like any other black. Put it that way. All right. I'm sorry I gotta be racist, but I ain't come here to play with y'all. Y'all can duck and hide from the damn truth. All right. I know a little bit about everybody, fam.
In the process of being reviewed, because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we'll check back with you.
And then Alina Habba went on to Piers Morgan in February and said that they had flight logs, information, that they had names. I mean, take a listen.
In this case, in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names that will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not been held accountable. Let's talk about the.
And see, the thing is, what if it's not them on the list? It's they sperm. Y'all never thought of that either, because that's the thing. All these entertainers, they're sperm donors. Those are the donors too. So they harvest the eggs. Go watch Peter Nygaard. Peter Nygaard went around trying to poison women and shit, and he tried to steal their eggs so they can fertilize. That's what they do, man. They growers of crops, harvest. When they talking about the harvest, they talking about genetic cloning and shit. But they give y'all the story of Christ because he personifies the tubercane, the test tube, an immaculate conception. So you're dealing with a whole religious order when it comes to the Epstein's list. But Central Casting not gonna lead you in the right direction. Okay, these motherfuckers go pull you away from what I'm saying. Because guess what? That's the only thing they care is reduplicating, copying. That's what the devil does. The devil means double, twins, copy, broadcast. That's what this is all about. Okay. And guess what? They go hide this from you because in the end of days, they gonna need this to repopulate the earth again. That's why Elon Musk is writing his own race out of history. He don't care about the white race because guess what? He pushing the white race to extinction, saying the blacks is responsible for some of it, and then he got this up your sleeve, this IVF. So he trying to hurry up and usher in his agenda before he got to turn himself in like Charlie Kirk did. Okay, Charlie Kirk had to turn himself in, and shit. I'm pretty sure he knew he was gonna become a sacrificial lamb for this red heifer. Yeah, the red heifer. That's part of the farm. These animals are part of the farm too. Go look at the Samsara, and it's built like old McDonald farm out this bitch. It's the same toy. I thought I had the picture of it. The Samsara is shaped just like the old McDonald toy. Once you pull that lever, okay. Old McDonald, you know who that is? That's Ronald McDonald. That's the clown, or who we call the cloney body. And if we already went into the cloney body at Coney Island, New Jersey. They was actually cloning people on the cross. They was putting these babies on the cross. What is the cross? The cross is the fallopian tube. The cross is the fallopian tube. And then you have these two sets of eggs. You have these two sets of eggs on the side. I'm trying to pull up a fallopian tube because it's built just like the courtyard at the Vatican. This is their UFO religion. Hold on. Where is that picture at? I don't think I got it. Might have to pull this joint up, but let's get into it. I'll find a picture later. But y'all know what I'm saying. That's the crossroads. That's the Tesla symbol as well. Here we go. Here we go. One of the pictures I was showing y'all. Or the RAM, or what we call the Gota Mendez. This is the chip, or what they call the mother chip in Scientology, tech terminology. And the mothership is basically the matrix. And they mention the matrix 5 times in the Bible, and it personifies the female womb. Okay. That's Saturn as well. Okay. So these are the devil horns, the tubes, or what we call tubercane. And this is how you enter and exit the matrix through the great mother. But as you can see, this T is the first Moses cross. This is the female reproductive apparatus. This is how you are reborn again through Mary. Okay. But they personifying this as the quantum. This is how they devalue and replace the humans with cyborgs and robots. So now this device is working against us. Okay, and what did God say? Never to recreate the wheel. Okay, so we basically created another slave race with inside this one. And like I told you, all these symbols are personifying a torus field in the middle of this polar vortex we see at 33 degree. You have this symbol in all religions. That's why I said I want to go come up here and demonize it. But I know they shit tied to something. They ain't that esoterical, trust me. These motherfuckers ain't that esoterical with they shit. Because I ain't never seen Charlie Kirk talk about none of this shit I just talked about for the last 2 hours. Okay? Yeah, I think we about done. I had a lot more, man. I think we about done. I ain't about to sit on here all day. Make sure you sub up and like the picture. We'll do part 2 probably later on tonight. I still got to do a lot of surfing for other videos and stuff because I think I might have saved it in my bookmark, but I wanted to come up on here and chop it up real quick. We'll just find it later, but yeah, check it out. Hold on, check this out. This how y'all be losing debates. Let's pull this up before I go. This is very important. It's just real, fam. They got a whole GPT chat religion. Let's pull this up. Look at this. You type in GPT chat religion. Who you think they using? So you don't have to lean on your own understanding. This is what the Bible was warning you about. It's a real fucking religion, y'all. So that's being implemented into this censorship too. Will AI place religion? It already has. It already has, y'all. And look at their symbol. Like I told you, their symbol is the polar vortex. Is the polar vortex personifies the pineal or the pinnacle. That's why I said we brought up the pine cone and tied it to the pine cone. The pinnacle will be the most high. And this artificial religion is what? Personifying the most high. But it's a cheat. It's a chat. The chat is the cheat. That's the gospel inside this quantum that they summoning. And then we find this out a long time ago that she was worshiping them 2 pillars of Freemasonry, Joachim and Boaz. She ain't slick either, man. We done caught them. We done caught them. She's with the priest, man. She is the same religion as Charlie Kirk. That's Charlie Kirk's wife. This is why he like Catholics. He's a Jewish man, but he like to have sex with Catholics. Okay? Yeah, we gonna stop at the 2-hour mark. I know this one hurt because we ain't went 2 hours. Usually I go an hour, but when we go 2 hours, just know it's a good show. So, all right, and we out of here. I don't even think I'm gonna play no outro music. I think we just about to phase out. All right, we out. Love y'all. We out.